They have never been smarter than you. Someone wants you to think that they have outsmarted you, but that's not true. They don't know what they're talking about. You know what this is about if it's for you. Someone who's got a very inflated ego about something. Like something that happened really fast. Like they had some fast success. Or just something happened and they're a little too full of themselves. They're a little too just got high on their own supply. Really full of themselves. They don't realize a lot of what happened to them. I was going to say luck, but it could be divine favor or something, you know. But they had success or something happened. Maybe a financial windfall, something. But I'm getting just success, like maybe online, maybe if not online, just something. Like selling an app, something they've kept quiet because they've been smart about it. But they also did a lot of right place, right time type of stuff, you know, worked for it to an extent. But a lot of it was right place, right time. The stars all kind of lined up. But, you know, they're just thinking very, very highly of themselves right now. Queen rising, glowing up. All eyes on her. Or king rising. Spotlight. Okay, this person who did this, the success, whatever, it's making them feel good about themselves to put other people below them or talk down to people, talk like they're an expert on stuff and they want to ask their opinion about. They offer a lot of unsolicited advice, in other words. Jackpot. Okay, this says unexpected windfall. Right place, right time. Big blessings ahead. Yeah, that's what happened here. Because you may be experiencing that too, some kind of jackpot. You don't have to tell this person anything. Some kind of person who just thinks they know a lot, they know enough to advise you, and they don't. They really don't. They got lucky. And what works for them may not work for you. I'm not trying to say they don't have any advice, any useful advice, but they're overstepping. And if it's not happened yet, the energy of it's out there, like this person sort of lingering, wondering what's going on with you, thinking you can help each other in some way, and you need to understand this person may need you more than you need them. You really don't need them at all. But they may be looking for collaborators, and again, this doesn't have to be online. It could just relate to stuff in person, but like they're looking for supporters, collaborators, partners, creative partners, stuff like that, people to come up with ideas with, but they're not at the level they think they are, and your intuition's telling you that, okay? You know. Fake smiles. Saying hi but hating inside. I'm sorry, I feel like you're the one who has to deliver the fake smiles, like just kind of and that might be what you have to do sometimes. Look, I know, we don't always want to do that, but we have to sometimes. Sometimes it's best just to fake smile it out the door, you know? But no, there's really nothing nothing deep, I should say. There are just things they haven't done. They don't know as much as they think. They don't have the experience they think they have. The knowledge they think they have. They don't. No. I mean, they know about some stuff. I'm not trying to say they don't know anything, but your intuition will tell you, because sometimes people can really kind of fake their way into things with us, can't they? Like, you take their word for things until they say something that's a little odd, and it's like, wait a minute, what's going on? That kind of thing. Pay attention to the stuff that just might strike you odd, like, I don't know. That doesn't agree with me. Moving. They're keeping their eye on you. This is a really unique situation. It's not going to resonate for many people, but they're keeping track, watching to see if you're moving. If you work someplace with them, this is someone who's watching to see if you're taking breaks to take calls because they want to know if you're looking for a job or something. I had that happen someplace. I just got reminded of that. Another manager outed me, like in front of the other managers. Like, I wasn't a manager, but they're like, yeah, I've seen you back there in the whatever, some office that we had, like we would go in there and take private calls and stuff, because I've seen you in there a lot. You looking for a job or something? And I'm like, of course not. Yeah. And I did get another job like right after that. But that's exactly what I got. That's funny. I haven't thought about that in forever. They're watching. They want to know what's going on. They feel like you're acting funny. So the moving thing, like if they suddenly see a moving truck, look, put it this way, if you move, whatever happens, if you do it in front of them at all, they're going to notice. They're going to ask a million questions. You know, sometimes to make a quick getaway, if that's what you have to do it while they're not there, or do it little by little so they don't notice. They are paying attention, and they're trying to not make it obvious, because they really think they can help you. But if your intuition's saying no, it's really a chew up the meat, spit out the bones situation. You know, there might be some good advice there, some kind of good energy, but you're getting this message for a reason. Like there's just some kind of advice they're trying to give you that your spirit's like, and you don't have to say anything, because sometimes it's not worth it, because this person really thinks they know more. They do, because of their limited experience. I mean, it's been good experience, but they don't realize how specialized and how unique it is, and that it may not apply universally, and that things happened for them that didn't happen for other people. And I'm not saying this person grew up with any kind of like, I guess, privilege, like class privilege, or, you know, something where they had money, financial privilege. I'm not really getting that they did. That's the whole thing. I have noticed this so much, is that people who do that a lot of times, who come from nothing and go to something, right? Suddenly they think because it was so easy for them, it's going to be easy for everybody. And they don't realize they still need to have a bit of compassion for people who are struggling, because it may not be the same path. Things may be different. I mean, there may be a formula, yes, and a system and things you can do, but, you know, honestly, cream rises to the top. I'm getting that too. Like sometimes people are just good at things. Sometimes people just naturally learn how to do things, and they do it quickly, and they do it well, and they come in and just take over. And no matter what it is, like some people are just good at a lot of things. But you know what's funny is I'm getting more that you're that type of person, even if maybe you haven't had the success to back it up yet. You will have the credentials to back that up, to back up what you know. But really go with your intuition. Just be very picky about any advice you take. Always go within. Always question it. Like if there's just some little nagging voice somewhere that, you know, kind of gives a side-eye feeling, you know, like, I don't know about that type of thing every time they bring up certain things, it's okay. You don't have to bring it up right then. Because this person, look, I'm telling you, it's not even worth arguing. It's not worth arguing. Shine. Okay, it's your time to shine. Radiate with truth. Your light triggers darkness. Stay unapologetically you. They're trying to change you. That's something to look out for. Like they think they know enough to just take you and completely give you a makeover and change you. Like they may have given you some advice at one point that kind of went to their head because it helped you, but that doesn't mean all of their advice is good. Okay, you'll know what is and what isn't. For some reason, this is very important. There's some way that it really applies, like to something that will be going on, if it's not already, in their head, making assumptions, creating stories, trust issues showing. This person, like, yeah, it really inflated their ego to help you or give you some advice before, to see you make changes, to see you apply their advice. So they think, well, if you wanted my advice before, don't you want it now? Don't you want me to just do everything now and take credit for it or something? And a lot of it's really not even like credit on a money level or even a clout level. It's just like It's almost worse. It's like energy credit. Like they want to be able to hold it over your head the rest of your life. They want you to always feel like you owe them. Because remember that time I helped you out and I didn't even say anything about it on social media? That's funny. That's funny. You don't really need them. You never did. They think that, wow, that's crazy. They really think that. They think you need them. This is someone who thinks very highly of stuff like, did you ever see that there's a South Park episode, probably 10, 12, 15 years ago, where the bald dad, anyway, he was a Yelp reviewer, and he just thought his Yelp reviews were so influential. And it's funny because there are a lot of people like that, especially if they get like, what is it, Yelp Elite or whatever. Anyway, some people really let stuff like that go to their head. And they really get their feelings hurt when you don't want their clout, their advice or whatever. Like, let's say it is something online. Let's just, it doesn't have to be. It could be in an office, could even be somebody you live with, whatever. But let's say it's online. It's a collaboration type of thing. This person totally would not want to be mentioned, let's say, but they want you to ask. So they can say, no, don't mention me, and they can look like the bigger person. I know this is weird. I know it's weird. It's just a really kind of odd energy because they feel like they've conquered so much. I'm telling you, they haven't conquered as much as they think. They've been successful, but they've sort of gone into delusional territory, thinking their advice is really worth something. Another thing I'm getting reminded of, like, people who think their marriage advice is so good because they've been married to one person, since they were both 18, whatever. That's someone who hit the lottery right there, okay? The best marriage advice, I'm divorced now, and that's not the fault of the advice, people I'm about to mention, but the best advice I got was people who they had been married and then they cheated on each other with multiple people, then got back together like 10 years later, and anyway, they had really been through something. Or somebody who's been on a few marriages, honestly. Because how do you know if it's just your first relationship? It's like you got lucky right off the bat. There are certain things you could take their advice about. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the thing about being married to one person. Yes, there are certain things that person could advise you on. Absolutely. But there are certain things I don't know. I feel like it would just be very unique to that very encapsulated situation, Anyway, dirt digging, creeping, giving money. When I say the delusion, this is weird. I hope this isn't really happening for anyone. And I'm just going to say the energy I'm getting, and I hope it's really not this. It's like someone has too much money, so they're digging dirt, trying to find something, some kind of common ground, something they can use to influence you. Try to build something for you, like that thing where people make money doing this. Apparently, I can see how, but like if you find local businesses that don't have a website or something, and you set up a website for them, and then you sell it to them. Now, people say they make money doing that. I don't know, but it's that kind of thing. That always just seems kind of scammy to me. Like, how much are you charging for this website? I guess they negotiate. I don't know, but like the point is, it's that kind of thing. It's like they're looking for needs and trying to figure out where they can fill in. It's weird. They're determined to have some kind of partnership. Some kind of creative partnership. But you don't have to have that. Again, don't be blown away, swept away by knowledge. Certain things, yes, definitely. Definitely. You guys know what I'm talking about. I know. There are certain people that you're like, I would ask their advice for this, but not this. Right? This person has enough knowledge about certain subjects to be deceptive about how much they actually know. That's what you need to know. Like, you just need to trust your spirit first and get second opinions. Always get second, third, fourth, fifth opinions about certain things. This person would be devastated if they knew I was saying this. Devastated. If they knew you were thinking it, if they knew that people didn't take their opinion seriously. They want people to really follow their advice. It really upsets them when people don't do what they tell them to do. Well, it is what it is, I guess. What do you need to know spiritually? You deserve better than you are asking for. You naturally protect people. This is telling me other people's beliefs, limiting beliefs, are holding you back. Like, even this person, like, the energy of someone who you feel like you've had to make yourself small for in the past. Like you had to let this person shine because you felt bad that you would outshine them. No reason to feel guilty anymore. Yeah, it's really time for you to shine. And this person might be upset at first that you're outshining them, or they might feel that way, but that's part of it too. Like in the back of their mind, that's part of this. They want some kind of control over the situation because they feel like you might actually go beyond them. They want to feel like they have outdone you. You always have more than enough to help others in need. This also reminds me of this, you naturally protect people. Yeah. This person may have come to you in need before. They may also feel that, like, feel that they owe you for something. It's kind of wrapped in there someplace. This is honestly kind of a complicated situation, but your spirit's telling you what to do. Don't overgive. And don't let this person worry you. You are not them. You always have more than enough to help others in need. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.